Yo, what up? Going on? What's good? Realest one, slide accordingly. Mr. Slide accordingly. Like, share, subscribe, support the platform, support a real one.
Shout out to Urkel, man. Shout out to Urkel. He's a little white. Bro had just got married too. Because of the fact that she's a Caucasian woman, you know, people had some things to say. Some people were being funny, comical, they had a sense of humor about it. But ultimately, some people were just like, you know, just stupid, just ignorant about it, you know, saying shit that probably wasn't necessary. You know what I mean? Everybody's entitled to their opinion. But for me, it always comes down to this. Why do people worry so much about what the fuck the next person got going on? You know goddamn well you don't care. You don't care about that man unless he was playing Urkel. You don't care what he's doing in his real life. You don't care. Until you seen that he was getting married, you would have never even posted anything at all. If that man wouldn't have posted those pictures to his wedding, you wouldn't have known shit. People just can't wait to just spread that negative energy, man. It's terrible. It's terrible. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, he got married. People were just reacting to the fact that this woman was a Caucasian woman. Now, there's a few comments. Somebody said, oh, he got tired of chasing that black girl for years, so he moved on. Right? I guess that's a joke saying, oh, he was chasing Laura for all them damn years, so now he finally went and got him a white woman. So this person says this. It's more so the shock that the black men who have kept us entertained on black films and shows mostly married outside their race. So it feels like we, the black community and black women, are good enough to profit from, but not to marry. This is from a black woman who's saying this. She says, we want these characters to be real because they are so relatable to us on screen, but they could be our brothers, uncles, lovers, so on and so forth. But the truth is they have their own personal lives and desires and aren't beholden to their blackness. You can choose to move whomever, but be careful and protect your assets. It's really black women who felt the way towards Jalil, aka Urkel, for this. And you know, every now and then, if you pay attention, you'll see certain conversations come up where when a black celebrity like marries a white woman, so like sometimes there'll be like a percentage of black women who feel a way when they see black men like marrying, you know, a Caucasian woman, when they start to kind of like shit on the black man a little bit. It's like talking shit about a man because of who he chose to date. Let me say this. At one point, I want to say about 10 years ago, I decided to not date black women, right? I wasn't attracted to black women at this time. At this time. Pay attention to what I'm saying. At this time, 10 years ago. I wanted to try something different, right? So I ended up dating this white girl, this Caucasian woman, right? And this is not to offend anybody or anything like that, but I'm just saying what it is. When I did, it was completely different. I don't know what it is, but at that time, I was just more interested in Caucasian women, you know? I can't say that anything specific pushed me to do it. It was different. That was really the first and was the last white woman that I had like dealt with in that way. You know what I'm saying? I'll just say this to say this. I can honestly say that, like, as for black men, sometimes we probably do decide to date outside our race. For some of us, it's like this. Like, damn if you do, damn if you don't. You know what I'm saying? That's how a lot of men feel. But you know, there are black women who feel the same way towards us. And that's why they date outside their race. But at the end of the day, nobody has a say-so on that. You understand? But that just goes back to the whole dynamic between us being fucked up. To the point where we rather not deal with each other, to where we just rather go ahead and date outside our race. A lot of people have issues with that shit, right? But I'm saying this. I just think it's a motherfucking shame that the reason being you don't want to deal with your own people. That's the reason. That's the biggest reason, the biggest motive you had for dating outside your race. I think that's fucked up. I'm not saying that was Jalil's reason, but the way people are speaking on it is like that might have been his reason. They feel like because this man was playing a character that chased a black woman for years, and I mean he was hurting himself too. In real life, I could never see a man going through all that to get one woman. I'm not saying I don't believe in like genuinely caring about somebody enough to where it's like, I gotta get this person. You know, that you really care about somebody when you clearly chasing them for years, right? But that's only in TV. Every now and then you might hear stories. I've heard stories of men who have, you know, actually chased women for that long. The thing is this, at some point, it's like, you making a fool out your damn self. I could never pursue a woman that long. You know, when somebody drop hints, you gotta pay attention to that shit. Me and Laura would have never got together in real life. The first time she would have turned me down, that would have been it. But of course, this was a show. But anyway, people are kind of like living in a fantasy. It's like because they seen this man chase this black girl for all these years, they finally get together, seeing him turn into Stefan and all of this, and it's the complete opposite of who he actually marries in real life. Silly ass shit to believe that that's why people might have a problem with this. Out of all things for y'all to worry about, y'all worrying about who that man digging down now. You don't even hear too much about your little white, but let him get married to a white woman. All of a sudden, y'all give a fuck about what that man doing. If y'all don't shut y'all ass up, we'll sit y'all motherfucking ass down somewhere. Yeah. Like, between black men and women, what would be the correct word? For lack of a better word, I always say dynamic. It's just jacked up, man. Maybe I'm tripping as to how people think. Let me find out. Because in the 90s, from late 80s to the 90s, because this man, this nerd, who could transform into a suave, handsome brother with no glasses, was dealing with this female for years, finally ended up getting her, right? It's kind of like a love story for some. You know what I'm saying? Like, even though it was TV, that, you know, people can relate to it, which was one of the things that the woman had said in that long ass comment I read. But let me find out that some people are really tripping off of that. Oh wow, you gonna chase Laura all them years, and now you know I'm pretty sure it's bigger than that. I get what they were getting at with that. But the fact of the matter is, when people hold dearly and, you know, hold to a certain standard, it's like, damn, we lost another one. It's like, that's kind of like the reaction they gave, like, damn, we lost another one. I'm telling you, so people can't handle social media, man, because like I say, people will be going about their day, right? Won't know nothing about nothing. Don't even care. But as soon as somebody posts something, how some black men and black women feel when they see other black men and black women settle down with the opposite race. But I won't lie, I think it is definitely jacked up that the main motive for some might be because they got tired of dealing with their own race. I think that would be messed up, but that is the fact of the matter for some, because there are instances where people have said, you know, I got tired of dealing with my own people. Ain't that fucked up right there? Ain't that what it always leads back to ultimately is that black men and women, they just, you know, I suppose we need to get it together pertaining to the dynamic. Like I say, I'm a kid. It seems like that, you know, there's no courtesy, there's no respect. There's, you know, it's like, I don't want anything to do with you, but how dare you go and you deal with another colored woman or another colored man? You know what I'm saying? Stop worrying about what other people be doing, man. Goddamn shame. Humans, what you gonna do? Well, this one, man, I'm out.